All right. This is Real Talk, Real People. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. I know a lot of folks, a lot of people are still getting up. It's not that early. It's 10 o'clock. If you're grinding, you up, you know. But anyway, in any event, this is going to be the intro to the court case document unsealing. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like on your way in. I don't know how I want to go about doing this. This intro is going to serve as the initial understanding that's going to get your feet wet with everything that's going on. A lot of you guys hear about all these different things that are happening, that are going on. However, a lot of it is shrouded in mystery and confusion. It's very convoluted. So I'm going to give you guys a little intro right now in regards to what you should be looking for. Of course, do your own research. This is just what I've found so far. A couple things that get you caught up. So let's just take a look at a few of our resources that we'll be looking at and going through. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me make that go over there. Let's make that go over there. All right. So I'm going to screen share this whole thing. There we go, screen one. Okay. Let's get rid of the banner. We want it full. Okay. All right. So the question is, who is Jojolean Maxwell? Right. So we could probably look on Wikipedia. So maybe let's do that. Wikipedia. Okay. Damn, just with everybody. Jojolean with everybody. Okay. So let's see here. Jojolean Noel Marion Maxwell. Very nice name. Born December 25th, 1961, is a British socialite known for her association with financiers and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In 2020, she was charged with crimes of enticement of minors and sex trafficking of children. She worked primarily for her father, the publishing tycoon fraudster. You can tell this is slanted. Robert Maxwell, until his death in 1991, when she moved to the United States, became a close associate of Epstein. So basically, she was a child sex trafficker, allegedly. Well, I guess it's not alleged now since she's been charged. So, child sex trafficker. Madam, you can probably consider her a madam on some pimp shit. Maxwell has faced persistent allegations of procuring and sexually trafficking underage girls for Epstein and others, charges she has denied. As you guys know, that the documents were unsealed on Thursday, which would have been Thursday, July 30th. Let's see here. Maxwell founded the self-described ocean advocacy group, the Terramar Project, in 2012. Organization announced closure on July 12, 2019, a week after the sex trafficking charges brought up by New York federal prosecutor against Epstein became public. So, make of that what you will, right? After his arrest, Maxwell was hiding communications with the courts only through her lawyers, who, as of January 30th, 2020, had refused to accept on her behalf service of 3 lawsuits against her. So they were coming after her. Let's see here. Maxwell was arrested in New Hampshire by FBI on July 2nd, charged with enticement of minors, sex trafficking of children, and perjury, lying. On July 14th, 2020, a New York federal judge denied Maxwell bail after determining she was a flight risk. A risk of fleeing was just simply too great. And I would agree. So what we'll be looking at are the unsealed documents from the Virginia Roberts, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Giuffre versus Maxwell. We're going to be looking at those. We'll also be looking at some information from Giuffre's court case as well, right? And we'll try to make all this make sense. That's the whole point of this stream. Make it all make sense. Now, we're going to be, as I indicated in the description, we're going to be looking at why something like this would be, important, right? Why is something like this determinant of something we should be keeping our eyes on and understanding at a deep level? Now, you're going to hear a lot of conspiracy theories and things like that. And, if the last 10 to 20 years have taught us anything, it's taught us that a lot of the things that we thought were not possible, would never happen in a million years, a lot of them turned out to be true. Okay. A lot of them turned out to be true. 2020 has been the wildest year on record of my life. And I'm sure a lot of yours. Some really strange things are happening. I mean, just to name a few, Pentagon releasing footage of alleged UFOs, whether they're, from this planet or not, that sounds strange to even articulate, to even utter those words, but government did it, right? And there have been talks of child sex trafficking rings being very rampant all across the world, but especially in the United States. Tons of children, children go missing. Children that were in the detention centers that were migrating from south of coming through Mexico. A lot of those children went missing. We look at the children, a lot of children in Haiti went missing. A lot of children all over go missing, right? It's a huge issue, huge issue. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So that's who Jojolean Maxwell is. So she comes from a lot of money, and she's well connected, very well connected. All right. Now, she initially wasn't looked at as the main person. The main person is Jeffrey Epstein. Now, by now, I know all of you should have heard of who Jeffrey Epstein was. Okay, so let's just give you a quick primer on him. January 20th, Jeffrey Edward Epstein, born January 20th, 1953, died, killed, assassinated August 10th, 2019. Was an American financier and convicted sex offender. He began his professional life as a teacher, but then switched to banking and finance sector in various roles. Working at Bear Stearns before forming his own firm, he developed an elite social circle and procured many women, including underage girls, who were then sexually abused by Epstein and his other contacts. Other contacts is going to be the operative thing you'll want to look at here. In 2005, police in Palm Beach, Florida, began investigating Epstein after a parent complained that he had sexually abused her 14-year-old daughter. Epstein pleaded guilty, and was convicted in 2008 by Florida State Court of procuring an underage girl for prostitution and soliciting a prostitution. He served almost 13 months in custody with extensive work release. He was convicted of only 2 of the crimes as part of a controversial plea deal. The federal officials had identified 36 girls, some as young as 14 years old, whom Epstein had allegedly sexually abused himself. They're not even talking about the rest that he may have procured for other folks. I mean, that's the kicker right there. Let's see here. Let's see. Where's my event? I'm looking for my event. There we go. Come on. All right. And Epstein was arrested again, July 6, 2019. And little did he know that by August 10th, on federal charges for sex trafficking of minors in Florida and New York, he died in jail. Come on, bro. The medical examiner ruled the death of suicide. Come on, man. The environment surrounding his death was rather dubious, right? We all know. We're not stupid. We all know. They offed homie, right? Well, I wouldn't really call him homie. Cause of death disputed. Yeah, let's be real. It's disputed. The medical examiner ruled the death suicide. Skepticism about the true cause of his death. Of course, we're not dumb. Epstein had a decades-long association with Jojolean Maxwell, who had faced persistent allegations of procuring sexually trafficked underage girls. So basically, yeah, they had decades-long relationship. I mean, basically, Jojolean Maxwell was his day one, right? She was his day one girlfriend, longtime girlfriend. They were in the business together. Now, it's curious to find out who was in it first. Maybe they were both in it and just found each other. Who knows? But this definitely goes back a long time. So that's the association between Jojolean Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein for the most part here. Now, let's also go ahead and look at this. It says here, this article from New York Post says, who's afraid of Jojolean Maxwell? Everyone on this list. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, but this is a top 10 list that no one wants to be on, right? Basically, the reason they killed, well, the idea we understand, the reason they killed Jojolean Maxwell, look at that. Sorry, I'm not even trying to put it out there. I hope she doesn't get killed, right? The reason they killed Jeffrey Epstein is because Jeffrey had dirt on everybody that went to his island, everybody that he procured with, everybody that was on his plane. Now, that would seem to not be a big deal, but the names and people that Jeffrey Epstein's been photoed with, that he's associated with, are just about everybody. Everybody from celebrities, politicians, corporate giants. Epstein has been around all these people. So if Epstein is known for sex trafficking children, women, underage girls, it's damning to be associated with somebody like this. There's some associations that go back decades, right? So they were saying that Epstein was going to talk, was going to go for another deal to get out. And they killed him before he could do that. So a lot of people are worried that Jojolean is going to be assassinated before she can go out and testify against others and name names. Now, as of Thursday, like I said, the 30th, a lot of court documents were unsealed. There still are a few sealed documents, and a lot of the names have been redacted. However, a few names have not been redacted. And we will go over some of those names through the series. We will go through the documents, not every document, because, you know, who has time for that? But I will highlight the most interesting parts of this so you guys all have an understanding and can speak to this. So let's see here. So some of the information that we're going to go over, we have the court listener. This is a free doc. I'll put all these resources in the description for you all. So this is court documents going back. This is spanned from the 2015 case, and you'll see this goes all the way up to present day at this time. So we're going to go through all of these resources. And like I said, we're going to make this really easy to understand. We're going to make it plain English, layman's terms, for real, right? So we have two of these. So right now it's in district court. So we have two free resources. The defendant is Jojolean Maxwell. Why'd they use that photo? The deceased respondent is Jeffrey Epstein. Respondent Sharon. And there is another player here, right? There's another player that we should go over, and that is Alan Dershowitz. Demands public apology for the Good Fight Jeffrey Epstein episode. So let's play a little audio here. This is part of. Hold on, let's play that.
I'm happy. Am I ridiculous? Tell me, everything will be all right.
What could go wrong?
Hello, this is my office.
Yeah, I like it. That's a room.
Do you know who Roland Blum is?
Objection! Why would you object? What are you afraid of?
With Roland Blum, the standard playbook goes out the window.
This is a joint trial. The two of you are joined at the hip, so get used to it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fuck you. Nor do you a world of good.
Who are you?
This sounds lit.
A little weak.
You're African American. That's your brand.
Diversity is in right now. We should be looking ahead to the future.
Oh, damn, this might actually be a good show.
New associates.
It's an unusual makeup, isn't it? More whites than blacks.
Are we really counting now?
Things don't happen at this firm without a reason.
Yo, I might actually want to watch this show.
Do I want
A mission. I'm looking for people who are ready to take the fight to Trump.
Wow.
Get out of here. No, don't wash your hands, tall lady. Get the fuck out.
You are a funny bird.
Squawk.
I'm guessing that you haven't been a nanny for very long.
I'm not a nanny. I found him at Whole Foods. Okay, strange baby. Time to sell you on eBay.
I'm ready to fight.
Damn.
The resistance starts now.
Do your worst.
Oh, don't tip me.
As attorneys, we are not finders of fact. There's beauty in a well-told lie.
Well, this is kind of lit.
Why not come back?
I'm sorry, are you still here?
Oh, I thought. Well, okay. So basically, that was a trailer. I thought it was going to play, but apparently, episode 3 of season 4. They were talking about the gang discovers who killed Jeffrey Epstein. Featured Epstein's fictional former attorney Benjamin Defoe, played by actor David Alford, referring to Dershowitz as a shyster. So that's the worst. That's like calling. Never mind. It's definitely wow. But yeah, a shyster is a shitty, underhanded lawyer, right? So Alan Dershowitz is like, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I want an apology or I'm gonna sue your ass. But I mean, listen, man, Alan Dershowitz is connected to Jeffrey Epstein, right? In many ways. Also, Virginia Roberts, who is the affected party in this case, she has stated, and we'll probably see this in the court documents. She stated that Alan Dershowitz was complicit in the sexual acts that Jeffrey Epstein was doing. He knew about it, and that she's saying that he was even involved. So let's read this right here. Alan Dershowitz tells Doc they had sex. What? Okay. Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, dared Virginia Roberts to look in the camera and accuse him of having sex with her. So she did. I challenge Virginia Roberts to come on your show, look in the camera, and say the following words. I accuse Alan Dershowitz of having had sex with me on 6 or 7 occasions. The 81-year-old lawyer said on camera in the new docuseries Jeffrey Epstein film Filthy Rich, which is on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen it, you should probably watch it. Obviously do your own research and form your own opinion. However, I heard this is rather disgusting, but it's true as it could be, right? Without you actually doing your own research. So after that point, she has never been willing to accuse me in public. So please accuse me on this show. I challenge you, said the Harvard law professor at a leading part of President Trump's legal team for the impeachment hearings. The Netflix doc immediately cut to his accuser doing just that. I was with Alan Dershowitz multiple times, at least 6 that I can remember, she said, straight to the camera as challenged. I was trafficked to Alan Dershowitz from Epstein, she said, saying the pedophile forced me to have sex with his attorney along with numerous other men. He's denied being with me. Is one of us telling the truth? Yes. Is that person me? Yes. So yeah, definitely check out that Netflix documentary. I have not watched it yet, but given the fact that I'll be going through this, I will watch it. So I'm not going to say this is, this is a resource that you guys can look into. Again, we'll be going over these court documents here, right? We'll also be looking at, let me get rid of that. And I don't need that one up either. So I found a couple articles on this, right? There's some photos. So you're going to see, this is, I believe that's Prince Andrew, I think. Yeah, that's Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew, she be procuring them girls, man. So you see Epstein and Jojolean with Trump and Melania, with Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Naomi Campbell. That's the thing. When you're in these elite social circles, the question becomes, how does one get into these elite social circles? A lot of these folks, they got money. There's a difference between being wealthy and being famous. You see, a lot of people want to be famous or find that becoming rich, becoming wealthy, becoming an entertainer, becoming a politician, all these in the public eye. That's how a lot of people secure their wealth, new money. But that comes with issues. That comes with brand recognition. That comes with being stopped on the street, paparazzi, and all that. If I had the choice, it would be great to come from old money or make your money on the side and not be famous and make a whole bunch of money and be able to enjoy your life in your own privacy. And so that's something to consider. And that's very important. A lot of people don't think about that. I'm sure if you're Will Smith right now, you'd wish you had made your money, being an unknown, having that amount of money. And trust me, there are tons of people that have more money than Will Smith or as much or just under that people don't even know their names. That's the position you want to be in. Because as you see, let's see here. And I'm going to put this article here. Everyone on Epstein's flight log. So we have access to the flight log and the little black book. Little black book is names, addresses of people that Jeffrey Epstein's dealt with. Now, this came out, like I said, a year ago, maybe even earlier. So we'll use this as a resource as well. And then here are just some names, right? This is going to take a while, so I'll post each person's name. So this website actually got the names off of the flight manifest, I believe. And they're also saying this is part of the court doc. So they're saying it's all legit here. And this person actually put names and face to the names. So this is a very long doc. They got exhaustive. All these people are on the flight manifest. So essentially, all these people that are on this this document in this article or this website, all these people here are names and faces here. So you'll be surprised who you'll see. And that was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane that went to his private island where allegedly a lot of underage sex happened, orgies, things that you can barely even imagine. Okay, so we'll use that as a resource. Good website. A few notable names: Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, who we just said, Bill Clinton. A lot of these people don't know. Now this one had me weak. Stephen Hawking. Now, you almost want to be like, what? But I mean, listen, I don't know how people get down. I don't know how quadriplegic people can get down. I don't know if it's a body response, but Stephen Hawking was on the plane, bro. So damn. So this is like more than 6 degrees of separation. This is like 1 degree or 2 degrees of separation when you get into these elite social circles. So we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at the flight manifest. So we have the actual document here. We have the black book document here, all these different names of people he's dealt with. Now, the thing about the black book, it has all these names. So a lot of these people, it is their real names, but you don't see actual, like, you won't see Bill Clinton on here, right? I think a lot of these names are, like nicknames or, nicknames. So we don't know who all these people are, but these are probably names that they go by in the black book. So he wasn't stupid, but it's up to the courts to figure out who is who, right? So we're going to use the black book, the flight manifest, this website, and shout out to AmericanDigitalNews.com for doing this and taking the time. We're going to look at that. Like I said, check out the Netflix documentary and find out about Virginia Roberts. So this court case was talking about she was trafficked as an underage girl. Yeesh, gross. And so Alan Dershowitz, Virginia Roberts, Jeffrey Epstein, Jojolean Maxwell. These are the key players here in this court case. And the names that are going to get revealed, or that are actually already revealed, they're going to be a trip. So again, this serves as an intro. Where are we at? We're at 34 minutes. So that serves as a good intro for all this. So now you all will be able to kind of follow and understand. Now with these court cases and everything, there's a whole bunch of legalese here, legal jargon. So I'm going to do my best to articulate this. I'm going to have to call on my my law classes from high school and college to be able to explain all this information to you. I will explain it as simply as possible, and we'll go through it. So why not? Let's just go ahead and This serves as an intro, and maybe I'll stop the intro here. And you know what? Let's do this. We'll go through some of these documents here for the intro. If you guys want to see, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, I'm trying to decide if I want to do it on a live stream format, which will allow people to come on, talk about it, discuss in the comments, or do actual pre-recorded videos going through a subset. So we'll see how this goes. Don't forget, again, to like, comment, and subscribe. But let's go through document 1. Let's do this. We got everything here. So we'll go through document 1, then we'll go take a look at all of the people that were on the flight log. And I think that'll be a good intro. That'll give you guys an understanding of what we'll be going through for the rest of the video series. So let's take a look at document 1. And let's see here. So let's make this bigger. Let's make it bigger. United States District Court, Southern District of New York, Virginia L. Giuffre. I got to figure out how to pronounce that versus Jojolean Maxwell. Plaintiff, defendant. All right. Can you guys see that very clearly? There we go. And let me see here. There we go. That should be better. All right. Plaintiff Virginia Giuffre, formerly known as Virginia Roberts Giuffre, for a complaint against defendant Jojolean Maxwell, avers upon personal knowledge as to her own act and status or otherwise upon information and belief. So this is the general complaint that's filed that, starts the court case. Now, again, this was 2015, so keep that, be aware. 9/21/15. The nature of the action. The suit arises out of the defendant Maxwell's defamatory statements against plaintiff Giuffre, talking shit. As described below, Giuffre was a victim of sexual trafficking and abuse while she was a minor child. Defendant Maxwell not only facilitated that sexual abuse, but most recently wrongfully subjected Giuffre to public ridicule, contempt, and disgrace by, and among other things, calling Giuffre a liar in published statements with the malicious intent to discredit and further damage Giuffre worldwide. So, should make full screen. Click the button above the zoom in. Hold on. There's a button above zoom in. Okay. I don't think that does it. Hold on. Can I make this full screen? Well, actually, you know what? If I download it, let me go ahead and download it. Tell you what, we're smart. Oh, damn. No. Don't worry. I got you. We about to do this. We requested to make it full screen. We're going to make it full screen. All right. That should be better. All right. That should be better. Let me know how that is in the comments if that's good. Okay. I think that'll be good. All right. So, So basically, this is a suit against Jojolean Maxwell for defamation, right? So basically, she's alleging that she was sex trafficked as a minor. So that already brings up a whole bunch of questions like, damn, where was her parents? Were her parents complicit with this? What was going on? Was she a runaway? So that's something that people probably dig into her background, right? But basically, she's saying Maxwell is full of shit. That shit did happen. She did pimp me out. And now she's saying that I'm lying. Oh, fuck that. I'm taking her ass to court. So that's all. That's basically what all that meant. Okay. So I hope you guys are appreciating my layman's view of that. Okay. Jurisdiction and venue. So this is an action for damages in the amount of excess of the minimum jurisdictional limits of the court. The court has jurisdiction over the dispute pursuant diversity jurisdiction as Giuffre and Maxwell are citizens of different states and the amount controversy exceeds $75,000, exclusive of interest and costs. This court has personal jurisdiction over Maxwell. Maxwell resides in New York, and the action arose and defamatory statements were made within the Southern District of New York. The venue of the court, the plaintiff Giuffre is an individual who is a citizen of the state of Colorado. Defendant Maxwell, who is domiciled in New York, is not a citizen of Colorado. So here are the factual allegations. We're getting to the meat of this. And shout out to Hatch, man. Appreciate you for joining. Virginia, Giuffre became a victim of sex trafficking and repeated sexual abuse after being recruited by Jojolean Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein when Giuffre. I feel Jeffrey Epstein, Giuffre. We're gonna pronounce it Giuffre. That way you guys don't get. I'm gonna use Maxwell. I'm gonna say Jojolean Maxwell. I'll say Epstein, and then we'll say Giuffre. All right, was underage. Under the age of 18. Between 1998 and 2002, with the assistance of the participation of Maxwell, Epstein sexually abused Giuffre at numerous locations, including his mansion in West Palm Beach, Florida, and in this district. So just looking at that, between 1999 and 2002, Jeffrey Epstein was having sex with Giuffre multiple occasions, who was at that time underage. Was underage. Location including his mansion in West Palm Beach, Florida, and New York. So this incident took place in Florida and New York. Between 2001 and 2007, with the assistance of numerous co-conspirators, Epstein abused more than 30 minor underage girls. A fact confirmed by state and federal law enforcement. So it's not even up for debate. Epstein and a whole bunch of other folks, they were abusing underage girls and sex trafficking them. Not even up for debate. It was proven. And that's just what we know. It could have gone back way earlier than that. As part of their sex trafficking efforts, Epstein and Maxwell intimidated Giuffre into remaining silent about what happened to her. Bitch, if you talk, we'll kill you or discredit you. That's what that means. In September 2007, Epstein entered into a non-prosecution agreement, or NPA, that barred his prosecution for numerous federal sex crimes in the Southern District of Florida. So that was that plea deal we talked about earlier. Somehow he got the NPA. So he was only really going to jail for like 3 of those, like out of 3 of those 30 or 36 incidents. And in the NPA, the United States additionally agreed that it would not institute any federal criminal charges against any potential co-conspirator of Epstein. So damn. So basically, Epstein, that's basically what that means is Epstein became the fall guy. And everyone else that he would have potentially been with that was involved in that shit, they're safe. They're immune in that case. So yeah, that is a controversial deal. Damn. So yeah, so really, if they had a deal like that, really all you want to do is kill Epstein. Because if he's the only one that can be tried for it, based off the NPA agreement, kill Epstein, no one can talk. So you can't tell me that wasn't planned. But maybe Epstein's like, well, damn, if I take the fall, I don't have to worry about being killed. But probably it would have been, he'd probably still be alive if he hadn't signed the NPA. Interesting. Let's keep going. As a co-conspirator of Epstein, Maxwell was consistently granted immunity in the Southern District of Florida through the NPA. Here we go. So Maxwell was granted immunity through the NPA. So Maxwell was protected by Jeffrey Epstein. So let's look at this. There was an article. What was the article? Basically, there was an article of Jeffrey Epstein saying that Jojolean didn't have to worry about nothing. He's like, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm going to take the fall. You good. Don't even worry about it. But as we see, she does have to worry about something. Epstein ultimately pled guilty. Right. I'm like, why would this guy plead guilty? No one does that, especially with that type of money. But he was the designated fall guy for this. Epstein ultimately pled guilty to procuring a minor for prostitution, is now a registered sex offender. Rather than confer with the victims about the NPA, the U.S. Attorney's Office and Epstein agreed to a confidentiality provision in the agreement barring its disclosure to anyone, including Epstein's victims. As a consequence, the victims were not told about the NPA. Damn. Man. On July 7, 2008, a young woman identified as Jane Doe 1, one of Epstein's victims, other than Giuffre, filed a petition to enforce her rights under the Crime Victims' Right Act, or the CVRA, alleging that the government failed to provide her the rights promised in CVRA with regard to the plea agreement with Epstein. The litigation remains ongoing. I think she has a good case. On or about May 4th, 2009, Virginia Giuffre, identified then as Jane Doe number 102, filed a complaint against Jeffrey Epstein in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida. The complaint included allegations made by Giuffre that pertained to Maxwell. There's the connection. In pertinent part, the Jane Doe number 102, man, that's a high number, but it's probably higher. Complaint described in detail how Maxwell recruited Giuffre, who was then a minor girl, to become a victim of sex trafficking by introducing Giuffre to Jeffrey Epstein. So in this particular case, remember what I talked about earlier? In this particular case, they were talking about how I said, was it Jeffrey that got Jojolean into it, or was Jojolean already into the shit and then met Jeffrey Epstein? Who knows? The guy is not always going to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? We can't just assume Jeffrey Epstein, because he's the male, that he was the one running this shit. Because she's clearly the madam in this sort of situation. With the assistance of Maxwell, Epstein was able to sexually abuse Giuffre for years until Giuffre eventually escaped. Damn. The Jane Doe 102 complaint contained the first public allegations made on behalf of Giuffre regarding Maxwell. Till then, it was all on Giuffre Epstein. As civil litigation against Epstein moved forward on behalf of Giuffre, many other similarly situated victims, Maxwell was served with a subpoena for deposition. Her testimony was sought concerning her personal knowledge and role in Epstein's abuse of Giuffre and others, and that opened the door for everything else. To avoid her deposition, Maxwell claimed that her mother had fell deathly ill, and consequently she was leaving the United States for London with no plans of ever returning. Wow. In fact, however, within weeks of using the excuse to avoid testifying, Maxwell had returned to New York. Damn, chick. Wow. In 2011, Now, listen, I don't know any brothers or sisters or anyone else that can say, my mama, she ain't feeling good. I got to take care of her. She lives across the pond. So, I may never come back. But her ass came back. In 2011, 2 FBI agents located Giuffre in Australia. The bid went all the way to Australia, where she had been hiding from Epstein and Maxwell. That was Giuffre. So the victim went all the way to Australia to hide from Epstein and Maxwell for several years and arranged to meet with her at the U.S. consulate in Sydney. Giuffre provided truthful and accurate information to the FBI about Epstein and Maxwell's sexual abuse. Ultimately, as a mother and one of Epstein's many victims, Giuffre believes she should speak out about sexual abuse experiences in hopes of helping others who had suffered from sexual trafficking and abuse. In one of these streams, I want to bring on certain people. I want to find a lawyer. If any of you guys know any lawyers or law students or paralegals out there that actually go over case law and help out attorneys, I'd love to have you on to help us interpret some things. I'm going to also have on, not saying any names, of course, this will all be anonymous. I'm going to have some victims that are that feel well enough. They've been able to make headway and feel comfortable talking about their sex trafficking stories. I don't know if I'll be able to find anyone that was sex trafficked underage, but I'd love to speak to them, get their ideas. So I do hope to have someone on that will go ahead and give us their perspective. So I'm looking for lawyer, law students, paralegals, those victims of sex trafficking, human trafficking, to kind of give us more insight with more of these series. So as I set those up, they will be in later streams and or videos, pre-recorded videos. So keep on the lookout for that. Be great if I can get a judge too, to get their idea on this. All right, so let's see here. On December 23rd, 2014, Giuffre incorporated an organization called Victims Refuse Silence Incorporated, a Florida non-for-profit corporation. And, that's one thing I find. A lot of victims of sexual abuse and sex trafficking, they don't wait. They do what they can. A lot of them that have been able to make headway in their recovery do a lot to keep it from happening to other people. So I'm glad that she incorporated a non-for-profit corporation, the Victims Refuse Silence. I think that's excellent. And she's probably helped an untold amount of people, come forward and get closure and feel better about all of this. Let's see here. No, I'm streaming. Hey, I'm streaming right now. So bye. You can join the stream if you want, but I gotta go. Bye. People, I always want to call you when you're streaming. All right. Giuffre intended victims refuse silence to change and improve the fight against sexual abuse and human trafficking. The goal of her organization was and continues to be to help survivors surmount the shame, silence, and intimidation typically experienced by victims of sexual abuse. Giuffre has now dedicated her professional life to helping victims of sex trafficking. On December 30th, 2014, Giuffre moved to join the ongoing litigation previously filed by Jane Doe in the Southern District of Florida. So let's see here. Challenging Epstein's prosecution agreement by filing her joinder motion. So I guess one can go ahead and challenge a non-prosecution agreement or the MPA by filing her own joinder motion, which is interesting. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this here. Go ahead and put that here. Just bear with me a brief moment here. We're just going to do this the right way. We're going to live stream the right way. All right. There we go. Almost done here. Just putting some more feelers out there. All right, one there, and we'll do one here. And then we'll be able to resume. Okay. Perfection. All right. Perfection. All right, we're back. So let's see where we left off at. Giuffre intended victims refused signs to change and improve the fight against sexual abuse and human trafficking. The goal of our organization was and continues to be to help survivors surmount the shame, silence, and intimidation typically experienced by victims of sexual abuse. Giuffre has now dedicated her professional life to helping victims of sex trafficking. Let's continue. On December 30th, 2014, Giuffre moved to join the ongoing litigation previously filed by Jane Doe 1 in Southern District of Florida, challenging Epstein's non-prosecution agreement by filing her own joint motion. Again, Jane Doe is just what they use for people that don't want to identify themselves. And I mean, rightfully so. I mean, they killed Epstein, so... But no, Giuffre's definitely fearless for this, right? I guess the pain of death and discrediting does not overtake the pain that she experienced as a child, and that affected her for the rest of her life. Giuffre's motion described Maxwell's role as one of the main women who Epstein used to procure underage girls for sexual activities and a primary co-conspirator and participant in his sexual abuse and sex trafficking scheme. She was the madam, the bottom bitch, the main squeeze, the Bonnie to Clyde. In January 2015, Maxwell undertook a concerted and malicious campaign to discredit Giuffre and to so damage her reputation that Giuffre's factual reporting of what happened to her would not be credited. So what's interesting about this is she actually took it on herself to try to discredit Giuffre. And I think she maybe thought that maybe she could, discredit her to the point where even if she talked, no one would believe her. But I don't think she counted on Giuffre going down like that. I don't think so. And this is actually coming back to bite her, right? As part of Maxwell's campaign, she directed her agent, Ross Gow, to attack Giuffre's honesty and truthfulness and to accuse Giuffre of lying. On or about January 3rd, 2015, speaking through her authorized agent, Maxwell, issued an additional false statement to the media and public designed to maliciously discredit Giuffre. The statement contained the following deliberate falsehoods: that Giuffre's sworn allegations against Jojolean Maxwell are untrue. That's a lie. The allegations have been shown to be untrue. That's a lie. Giuffre's claims are obvious lies. That's a lie. Maxwell's January 3rd, 2015 statement incorporated by reference Jojolean Maxwell's original response to the lies and defamatory claims remain the same. An earlier statement that had falsely described Giuffre's factual assertions as entirely false and entirely untrue. Wow. Okay. Maxwell made the same false and defamatory statements as set forth above in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere in a deliberate effort to maliciously discredit Giuffre and silence her efforts to expose sex crimes committed around the world by Maxwell. Again, this is an international sex trafficking ring. Epstein and other powerful persons, Maxwell did so with the purpose and effect of having others repeat such false and defamatory statements and thereby further damage Giuffre's reputation. So this is important. That's why it's so important to do your research. When you see things on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, all these other sites, just to name a few, and people post something, do your own research and verify that it's true. Don't just go with the idea that, well, if they're saying that it's wrong and it's been reposted 1,000 times and there's 2 or 3 posts on it, it must be true. Do your own research. Okay. That was the problem with last week when or earlier this week when I made those videos about the whole Dr. Emmanuel thing, right? Everyone got on board. Oh, she's a quack. She's a witch doctor. She's a blah, blah, blah. That medication or that drug doesn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Right. No one did their research. No one tried to verify the accounts that she was talking about. The medical community had not even done any sort of studies or replicated what she was talking about. No one submitted to any sort of urine test to see if those three things were in their system. So you can't just very well say, well, Snopes says it's false, everyone says it's false, or just allow a slant of disinformation and run with that and try to discredit people and their livelihood. That's wrong. If you're going to falsely accuse somebody of something, have facts, or at least do your research to have an informed opinion. So these people didn't have a informed opinion. Maxwell was trying to spread disinformation so people would just latch onto it and her problems would go away. That's not what happened. And it's very important, people. Maxwell made her statement to discredit Giuffre in close consultation with Epstein. So they plotted on her. Maxwell made her statements knowing full well they were false. Maxwell made her statements maliciously as part of an effort to conceal sex trafficking crimes committed around the world by Maxwell, Epstein, and other powerful persons. Keep it a secret. Maxwell intended her false and defamatory statements to set out above to broadcast around the world and intimidate the silence Giuffre for making further efforts to expose sex crimes committed by Maxwell Epstein and other powerful persons. If you don't talk, then we all going to be safe. But if the victim talks, this whole thing could come crashing down. Maxwell intended her false statements to be specific statements of fact, including a statement that statement was broadcast around the world and were reasonably understood by those who heard them to be specific factual claims by Maxwell that she had not helped Epstein recruit or sexually abuse Giuffre, and that Giuffre was lying, which all turned out to be false. She did that shit. On or about January 4th, 2015, Maxwell continued her campaign to falsely and maliciously discredit Giuffre when a reporter on Manhattan Street asked Maxwell about Giuffre's allegation against Maxwell. She responded by saying, "I'm referring to the statement that we made. We made." The New York Daily News published a video of this response by Maxwell indicating that she had made her false statements on East 75th Street in Manhattan, New York, within the Southern District of New York. So here's the first count, right? Defamation. Plaintiff Giuffre realleges paragraph 1 to 37 as if it were fully set forth herein. Maxwell made her false and defamatory statements deliberately and maliciously to intimidate, discredit, and defame Giuffre, right? In a nutshell, that's what that is. Therefore, Maxwell intentionally, maliciously released to the press her false statement about Giuffre to destroy Giuffre's reputation and all credibility. So, blaming the victim, destroying the credibility of the victim of the alleged abuse or confirmed abuse, however you want to take it. Maxwell additionally released to the press her false statements with knowledge that her words would dilute, discredit, or neutralize Giuffre's public and private messages to sexual abuse victims and ultimately prevent Giuffre from effectively providing assistance and advocacy on behalf of other victims. So not only that, but she runs a business on helping victims because she was a victim. And by Jojolean Maxwell saying that, nah, she wasn't no victim, that's putting that's casting doubt upon her organization. Using her role as a powerful figure with powerful friends, Maxwell's statements were published internationally for malicious purpose on further damaging a sexual abuse and sexual traffic victim to destroy Giuffre's reputation and credibility, to cause the world to disbelieve Giuffre and to destroy Giuffre's efforts to use her experience to help others as sex trafficking victims. Interesting. Maxwell personally and through her authorized agent, Ross, intentionally had the disinformation kind of pushed out so that, obviously it can be that can be go ahead and be pushed out. And well, I mean, you kind of see it there for yourself. Let's see. Post that. Come on. Don't play with me. Oh, maybe I have to do this. Let me do this. Sorry, another brief intermission. Got to do it through here. Oh, that's funny. It's not letting me post the actual video in the... Well, let me post it now. No, that's funny. It's not letting me post it in the event. That's funny. Okay, let's just post that out here again. All right, cool. And let's put it one more place. Don't you go no place. Don't you go no place. Yeah, put it one more. Okay, cool. We good now. All right. So let's get back to it like mathematics. All right. So right where we were at, using her role as a powerful figure with powerful friends, Maxwell's statements were published internationally for malicious purpose of further damaging a sexual abuse and sexual trafficking victim to destroy reputation and credibility around the world. So it was a, you know how they be trying to always destroy your reputation. That's essentially what that was. She had her representative do it, authorized agent. So it was just a whole cover up the whole entire time. It's all a lie, really. Maxwell made false, blah, blah, blah. So again, the first count here is for count 1 of defamation. So that's what she's suing Jojolean Maxwell for. Let me see. Now, the second thing is something called prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiff Giuffre respectfully requests judgment against defendant Maxwell, awarding compensatory, consequential, exemplary, and punitive damages in the amount determined at trial but in excess of $75,000. So right now, we don't even know how much they're asking for, but all we know is it's more than $75,000. That's what Giuffre, the plaintiff, is going after Jojolean Maxwell for. And, here's the crazy thing. I don't know what she would do, but had Maxwell not tried to discredit her and try to downplay her, I mean, I don't know if she would have gone for a settlement, but Giuffre is definitely not going for a settlement. Like there'll be no out of court settlement. There'll be no pre-trial settlement, nothing like that. She's going for this. So she's suing her for above $75,000. We don't know the full amount, but I definitely don't think there's going to be a settlement outside of court. So that in itself was, in layman's terms, what the motion is, the complaint, which started the case, the court case. Now, with everything being said, like I said, we will go over the first document for the intro, and we just did. Now let's go over and this is a great website. All links will be in the description. Shout out to AmericanDigitalNews.com. So this is everyone that was on Epstein's flight logs, right? So shout them out for doing this. A lot of names here. I'm thinking that once we break down all of these court cases, right, or break down this case, and like I said, we've got it all, right? We got it all from core listeners. So we'll break these down in future videos. Like I said, we'll get some lawyers, paralegals, even law students on here to help us disseminate this information. We'll hear from some victims of sex trafficking, child sex trafficking, if I can find them and they're willing to give their story. We'll go over some of these attachments, these photos, what they're using in courts right now. We'll go over that. But as promised for the intro, we will see who is on the flight manifest, right? And see if these names come up in these court documents. So try to remember, write down who you think, who these people and these names. And as we go through the series, we can almost put like bingo, right? No, we shouldn't do that. That's kind of fucked up. But anyway, so one of the people on the list, and again, this is not everyone, but you got chef / proprietor of LA Hotspot APL and forthcoming Napa Valley Steakhouse, worked as a private chef for Epstein, Adam Perry Lang. Now, this person was on Epstein's private jet that went to Little St. James Island, where the alleged sexual abuse of many, many women and underage girls happened, where crazy stuff happened, orgies, dungeonous shit, some very low vibration stuff happening. Don't really know who he is. I do know who Akon is. And he's actually known as Alun Thayam on the Epstein flight log. And as you know, we do have the flight log here. So let's see if we can, I don't know if we'll be able to find him. Hold on. Let me zoom this. Let's see. Alun Thayam. See, this is so small. It's hard to even read it. So we'll just go with this. So Akon was on it. Another thread. Now this is Reddit. Here's the thing. All this has got to be independently verified. He has done a lot for Africa. I'm not going to take that away from him. But homie was on Epstein's jet, and I don't know if they hold on. Not only did Akon molest a 15-year-old girl at his concert, he also took a trip on Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island. He probably didn't know. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to make excuses, but obviously, I doubt he knew this chick was 15. He didn't know this chick was 15. No. What is her ass doing? Okay. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. These girls like that, they don't need to be at Akon concerts at 15 without parental supervision or somebody looking out for them. Okay, so they're saying Akon was on the flight. Alan Dershowitz, the former lawyer of Jeffrey Epstein, right? She's saying, and it should be proven in the documents per what she's saying, that Epstein sent her over to him to smash with a whole bunch of other people. And like we said earlier, and we read earlier, that they had a sexual encounter about 6 or 7 times. And he's also in the Filthy Rich Netflix documentary. And she accused him on the documentary. Literally, like I said, it said she was talking about, he said, I never had sex with her, blah, blah, blah. I dare her to call me, accuse me on this documentary. And it flips a second and she accuses him on the same documentary. It's wild. Decorated Epstein's 21,000 square foot mansion. Albert Pinto is a world's top interior designer. He was on it. Alec Baldwin was on Epstein's flight log. So, yeah, he was on it. Alyssa Rogers. I don't know who Alyssa Rogers is. Anderson Cooper was on here. Son of Gloria Vanderbilt. A lot of people don't know that. Anderson Cooper is the son of Gloria Vanderbilt. But yeah, Anderson Cooper was on the plane. Let's see who else we got. Andrea Mitrovic, aka Andrea Stoll. She worked at the Clinton Foundation, World Bank, and Consulate of RTI Sanitation Technology, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So these are a lot of high-level people that, I mean, like I say, he's a financier, but why are all these people from all these different walks of life, these different industries, what is it about Epstein's Island? What is it about Epstein? What is it about Giuffre Maxwell that has all these people connected? What is on that island? What was going on that island that has all these high-profile people taking flights there? Here's an interesting one. The 30th president of Colombia from 1990 to 2002, that he was the president of Colombia. He's on the flight log. Damn. Okay, so it's just horribly written, but you can see it. Pastrana was on the flight log. President Andres Pastrana. Yeah, he's on there. And he admits to having flown with Jeffrey Epstein on the Lolita Express jet. So he admits it. He ain't bullshitting. Anthony Kiedis, American singer, songwriter, and rapper, best known as founding member and lead vocalist of Red Hot Chili Pepper. Damn. Audrey Rambo, CEO of interior and luxury event designing company GMI. Audrey's a great friend of Prince Albert of Monaco and golfing partner of Prince Andrew. As Prince Andrew. Oh, don't do it to him. Hold on, man. Hold on. Barack Obama? What? Oh, man. Someone's going to be hurt. Someone's going to be upset. Is an American politician and attorney who served as the 44th president of the United States. Wow. Damn. That's a bombshell. Okay. It's getting technical now. So we have one Democratic president so far that, per the flight manifest, per this document, is oh shit. Look at that. Bill Clinton. Okay, we got two presidents. Oh shit. We got two presidents, Democratic presidents. Let's just say presidents. Don't even fucking matter what party affiliation. What the fuck? Oh shit. Well, what are presidents doing on this jet to go to this island? Okay. Ben Affleck was on Harvey Weinstein's red flag list. Newly unsealed court documents have revealed red flag list. I wonder what we might have to look into what the red flag list is. I'm not sure what that is. Beyonce. What? Okay. All right, man. All right. Okay. Well, damn. Interesting. I might need to check out that her audio visual album, because there's a lot of symbolism. And as we know, there's a lot of symbolism with the occult and what they do with these children. Wow. Okay. Bill Clinton. Now, that is in Jeffrey Epstein's home. Bill Clinton in a blue dress. And there's Giuffre Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Huh. Oh, so they got the Killery list. The Killery list. Okay. Bill Hammond. I don't know who that is. One of the pilots for the Lolita Express. Bill Murray. Bill Murray, American actor, comedian, filmmaker. A lot of people fuck with Bill Murray. A lot of people like Bill Murray. Bill Murray doesn't seem to know what Harvey Weinstein has been accused of. It's a vague idea. Interesting. Brian Affleck, a.k.a. Casey Affleck. Well, I mean, they're brothers, of course. I mean, that's not to say, like if I had a brother that got into some shit, that doesn't mean I'm involved, but I mean, damn. Okay. Karen Casey, maybe. Irish folk singer. Casey Wasserman. I don't know who that is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Chairman of leading sports and entertainment agency, president and CEO of Wasserman Foundation. Let's see here. Charlie Sheen, not surprised. Carlos Irwin Estevez. And, Charlie Sheen, and just all from the 80s, here's something that I haven't heard. I have not heard from Corey Feldman. I have not heard from him. But Corey Feldman was talking about this shit a long time ago. And you remember, they made that motherfucker seem crazy. And he was doing some crazy shit. But I need to see Corey Feldman. I need to check out, see if he has a YouTube channel or Instagram or Twitter. He's been talking about this shit for a long time. And he is being vindicated. I wonder if people are going to start taking him more seriously. Because they said that motherfucker was crazy in the 90s and early 2000s. They made him seem crazy. But he's being vindicated. Chelsea Handler, not surprised. Y'all, okay, this is, okay. Y'all don't know who this person is. Immediately seeing this person, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. This person is the blood witch. So this chick who looks, 50 or something. This bitch is 80. This bitch is 81, I think, or 79 or something like that. Crazy. She does a lot of spirit cooking, blood rituals and shit. Like, she be Lady Gaga be hanging out with this. This is a real fucking witch right here. This is a real witch, whole witch right here. I think I did a video earlier, a couple weeks ago, or a week or two ago. It was a live stream. It was going into child sacrifice, sexual ritual abuse of children, and stuff like that. Looking at some other things related. Not saying she did it, quote unquote, but she's talking about mixing blood with breast milk. Stay away from this bit right here. This bit crazy. Chris Tucker. Now, this one hurt my heart, man. This one hurt my heart. I'm like, what is Chris Tucker doing on this plane? I was so mad. I was so sad to hear this shit. And so I didn't even know that an accuser from Michael Jackson's 2005 molestation case went after Chris Tucker. I didn't know that. I hope, Chris, bro, I hope not, bro. Oh, fuck, I hope not. I like Chris Tucker, man. Oh, my goodness, I like Chris Tucker. That's fucked up, man. Okay. Now, the whole Chrissy Teigen thing. Now, here's an interesting thing. Chrissy Teigen, she's had some very questionable tweets about children, and like they're really pedo-y. She's had some very pedo-y tweets. Hold on, is there some pedo-y tweets here? Let's go to the Twitter. Hold on. So thrilled to be introducing Chrissy Teigen, Nancy Pelosi. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of weird. Chrissy Teigen making Illuminati hand sign. I have a secret we do not tell, blah, blah, blah. Skinny pedos drink pedo light. We love to send Luna this bodysuit pizza rolls for a lifeline. So the whole pizza rolls, not tender rolls. I don't know. Pizzagate, if you guys don't know about that, I mean, the Marina Brovic chick, the spirit cooking chick, Marina Brovic, yeah, that's the chick that I was just telling y'all about. No. But anyway, Chrissy Teigen, skinny pedos drink pedo light. Like, she's had some very questionable tweets. The whole Pizzagate shit, child sex trafficking. Let's see what here. How many of you here are about 6? This T-Rex is about 6. Pedos, Dino show? What? I don't know about her, bro. Nah, he just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old. Up until that. Ha ha ha. Okay. So yeah, Chrissy, I don't know, bro. That's a baby's foot. Pizza. Whatever that means. Cut myself for the gram. Okay, we're getting a cult. With a sharp knife, cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand. Eat the pain. Okay. So you guys can kind of see now they're saying she's not on the manifest and she got upset and then she wanted like a lot of people. She blocked like 1 million people from Twitter. So this appears to be a hand sign. So this is kind of getting a little culty, but do your own research on this. They all kind of do that. Oh, shit. Is this okay. So that's a little spirit cooking. So that's what spirit cooking is, people. We hang out with the Clins, but we don't do any of that Pizzagate stuff, Illuminati stuff like they do. So if someone just superimposed this onto that. So that's why you got to do your research and make sure, don't make any judgments like that. Speaker Pelosi, Christy, I have a secret we do not tell. Chrissy making uncomfortable pedal comments. So yeah, she's kind of have a history of that. So that's something interesting. Yeah, she got a little history of that shit. Posting that shit. So that's why that's there. But I'm seeing reports that she isn't actually on the flight manifest, but still her tweets are creepy as fuck. Cindy Lopez, don't know who that is. Also listed, in the Black Book. Cindy was a model working for the agency owned by Jean-Luc Prunel, who procured underage girls for Epstein. How the fuck did I get hiccups? Excuse me. All right. Let's hear. Claire Hazel. Not sure who this is. Probably before my time. President of West Suffolk National Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Children. Now that's the wildest shit. A lot of these people that engage in these behaviors and these things, they run organizations like this. It's the perfect cover. Courtney Love, she was upset that she was even her name was even brought into this shit, but we know she's been wilding. Courtney Love claims Prince Andrew turned up at her house looking for sex. Maybe. That's Prince Andrew. Yes, he's one of the high-profile people. And Prince Andrew, from what I heard, he says he's not cooperating with the FBI. He's like, fuck that. You'd have to put a red notice. I think that's what it's called on him. No, I think that's for red heads of state. But you need to like get this guy. But he ain't talking. He is not talking. Dan Schneider, American television producer. Probably seen him on credits of some shows. David Koch, not surprised. These motherfuckers be into everything. Philanthropist, chemical engineer, 4th richest person in the United States in 2012, wealthiest resident in New York, 2013. David Koch of the Koch brothers. David Yervesky, director, editor, known for Brightburn. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, homie's his videography has been a little weird. Although I thought Brightburn was good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty good, like a different take on the Superman mythos. Demi Moore, American actress, film producer, has been married to Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher. Doug Band, don't know who he is, American businessman and lawyer, founding partner of president of Tiano, multinational C-suite advisory firm. Previously was a deputy assistant to President Bill Clinton. So you're seeing a lot of connections, you know. Ed Tuttle, American architect. A lot of designers, a lot of artists. Uhud Barak, Israeli general and politician, served as 10th prime minister from 1999 to 2001. A lot of world leaders on this plane. What's up with this, man? Right? A lot of world leaders on this plane. Hits back, threatens lawsuit. I was not involved. Then why is your name on the passenger manifest? Ellen Spencer, no idea who that is. Emmy Taylor. Epstein prosecutors now seeking Jojolean Maxwell's former assistant. So this is the assistant to the madam, I guess. Socialite slave. Wow. She may know some stuff. Fleur Perry Lang, wife of Chef Adam Perry. Oh, the wife. Complicit, you know, that's what they would say. Freya Wissing, a website, an artist and her art. So let's see what her art looks like. Let's see what all this is about. Let's see what her art. Let's see if her art gives us any. Okay. Let's see if her art creeps us out a bit. Okay. So that's a planet. That's a baby. Finger. Maybe blood. How does this art make you feel? Oh, maybe she's Brazilian. I don't know. I mean, a little weird, but there's the eye. So, okay. Okay, what? It looks like a medieval torture device of a chair. I mean, nothing too out of the ordinary. She just does a lot of stuff for children and a lot of weird things. But no, okay. Let's go back. Oh my goodness. Ugh. All right, so let's see what else. Who's next on this list? Yeah, I know y'all just saw who y'all just saw, right? Well, damn. Hold on. Let's keep going up. Damn, there's a lot of people that were on these planes, man. Okay, let's get up here. Gary Roxburgh, aviation sales team, maybe sold them the jet. New Jersey's Teterboro Airport was travel hub of Jeffrey Epstein's sex traffic ring. Was one of the pods for the Lolita Express. Gary. Jojolean Maxwell. Well, of course she was on the plane. Glenn Dubin, principal of Dubin Co., private investment company. Lots of money involved to come to this small little island on a plane. Gwen Stefani. There's that. What did I tell you? There's that chick again, man. The Abramovic chick, man. I'm telling you, the Satanist baby blood drinker, adrenochrome shit. Gwen's always been kind of weird. So that's a photo of that's basically spirit cooking. It's really weird, but basically, like they say, they make like cakes and other different things in the shape of humans and eat them. It's weird. Gwendolyn Beck, 2014 candidate seeking represent the 8th congressional district, handled $65 million of Epstein's money in the 90s. So definitely was handling that money when that sex trafficking was going on. Hank Kohler, one of the pilots of the Lowly Express, on LinkedIn. Okay. Well, Heather Mann took 2 flights on April 3rd with Epstein and Lydia. Not sure who that is. Henry Roskovsky, Dean Emeritus of Faculty Arts of Harvard. Yeah. So what do all these people... This chick again, man. I'm telling you. Y'all need to watch out for this chick. This bitch is 80. I think she's in her 80s or late 70s. Bruh, that don't look like a late 80, 70-year-old, bro. There's some stuff going on. James Franco. I wouldn't be surprised. Abramovic again. Wrote an article in Times about Abramovic. Yeesh. Marina Abramovic. Yeah. James Gunn. What movies is it? Oh, okay. So he's had some questionable tweets, just like Chrissy, huh? Let's see. Wait, what? All right, so maybe I can. Let's see if we can blow these up. I don't think we can blow them up. Can we blow that up for y'all? Yeah, I think y'all can see that. So let's read. I like it when little boys touch me in my silly places. Okay. Photo shoot with Melissa Pizza, that Pizzagate shit. Trying to maintain a semi-chub so that I'll look impressive in these photos. The Hardy Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me. The Expendables was so manly. Fuck the shit out of that little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town. Okay. A new film, Jerk Loose, a small town where beating off is illegal and one high school kid jerks off in front of the others to show how fun it is. My new film. Okay. Like Footloose, but okay. Gross. They may be the plant version of adopting a damaged 12-year-old girl who steals your money and accuses you of molesting her. This hotel shower is the weakest ever. It felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head. Huh. Eagle Snatches Kid is what I call it when I get lucky. Okay. What? It's weird. I downloaded that new Steven Tyler single. I feel the type of shame usually reserved from getting a $3 BJ from a maybe tranny. Wow. Trying to figure out the most disgusting feature of Vegas. These tranny-rific Rita Rudner billboards are all the Ed Hardy clothing. 3 men and a baby they had sex with. Unromantic movies? Honestly, the best policy, tell your 3-year-old you're laughing thinking of me fucking 3PO. He'll appreciate it when older. I'm doing a big Hollywood film adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blowjob. About to vomit as I'm stuffed with etouffee and eggplant. I'm Louis Andersoning my ass off, just the fat, not the little boys. Mary Matthews just told me a story about how a monkey jerked off to completion on a kid on the set of Max Keeble's Big Move. I remember my first NAMBLA meeting. I was the first time I felt okay being who I am. Some of those guys are still my BFFs. Okay. Man, this shit is in plain sight, ain't it? Huh. Well, damn. Okay. Let's see here. Let's keep going. I didn't realize this list was going to be this big. Where we had 50. Jean-Luc Brunel, French model scout with Jesseline Clinton, John Michelle Gaffey, eavesdrops. Here are all the architects and designers in Jeffrey's Black Book. Jeffrey Epstein, American financier, socialite, convicted sex offender. Oh, no. Oh, my God. They would use this photo. Oh, my God. Oh, Principal Rooney. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm not surprised. As a kid, I always felt this was a problem. I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What a great movie. But I always got a weird vibe from him. And to find out that he's been on this plane. See, kids know bullshit. Man. Oh. Now, Jim Carrey. Now, here's the thing. I can believe this. We all like Jim Carrey, right? For the most part. We like Jim Carrey. I like that I remember this interview. He's like, we all know what this is. We all know the occult shit. So, he hasn't come right out and said he's been kind of veiled with what he's been talking about. Let's see what Jim Carrey's art looks like. Because apparently he's been painting a lot. Let's see, anything weird? That looks like Trump. Okay, just one baby photo. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Okay, I can believe that. He did do good in that Sonic movie, but, here's the thing. A lot of these fucking Pizzagate. Anytime you see anything with pizza related, think Pizzagate, right? We know Oprah and we know Kimmel. And it was funny because this whole thing happened on the Jimmy Kimmel show. So it's funny how they put that right there. Both on the flight manifest. American Late Night Talk Show. Oprah. Pizza. Joe Pagano. High society surrounded by Epstein, financial officer of insecticide company. Pagano even visited Epstein in jail. John Cusack. What do all these people, again, the question is, what does Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, John Cusack, James Franco, Joe Pagano, Oprah, all the interior designers, what do all these people have in common going to this one island? Was Jeffrey Epstein that great of a guy that everyone wanted to be around him? Or was he providing a service that you could only get on a private island with no laws, no cameras, and there's one way in, there's one way off? John Cusack. John Legend. Well, damn. I don't know if this is confirmed. We'll have to look on the flight manifest. But if his wife's on there, you already know. Juan Pablo Molino, internationally acclaimed interior designer. So you're seeing a trend. Politicians, big money people, CEOs, designers, actors, musicians, pretty much all people of note. Was introduced to Epstein when she was a 20-year-old model. She met Epstein while he was in South Africa. Accuser claims he was asking her for nudes just before arrest. Damn. Justin. Oh, no! Not Rick and Morty! No! No! Oh. Okay. Well, it's just Justin Roiland. It's not Dan Harmon. Right? Right. So they do co-create Rick and Morty, but if Roiland goes down, we still got Harmon. But Justin Roiland does the voice of Morty and Rick, I think. Fuck. Well, enjoy all your Rick and Morty for now. There's some, don't tell me there's some questionable threads. I mean, he's always done some weird shit. I mean, Rick and Morty is weird. Oh man. See, this list is going to make a lot of people upset. This I can believe. Okay. What is this? American comedian and actor who starred television comedy. Rumor is she's Anderson Cooper's little brother. Her going nuts. A roll available thread reader. Okay, what else? That's funny. Okay. Katy Perry, deaf. Damn, there's a Pizzagate thread and a Cannibal thread. If you watch any of her performances or videos, yeah, okay, I can believe that. We don't even need to go into that. Hold on, let me blow this up a bit more. Of course, Kevin Spacey. Kelly Spam flew 9 times. Guy Adams on Prince Andrew's toxic fixation with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, once you have sex with underage people, that's a fix you can't just get anywhere. So, yeah, okay. Kevin Spacey. Well, we know last year, Bill Clinton, Chris Tucker. Fuck, man. This shit might be true with Chris Tucker. But we know Kevin Spacey was fucking that underage boy. That shit came out last year. Or no, 2 years ago. Because that's why House of Cards was canceled on Netflix and they killed him off. Yeah. And this is actually, this is them sitting on the royal throne. So they had some sort of, I don't know if that's Prince Andrew set that up. But yeah, he's a convicted pedophile. Because they say he, a 14 or 13-year-old boy was at a Hollywood party and said that he had diddled him. I don't know if it was proven, but in the court of law yet. But we've heard about Kevin. Such a good actor, though. Damn. Christy Rogers, no idea who that is. Hold on. Oh, Larry Summers. I was about to say Joe Biden. Damn. I was about to say, y'all, wow. He is an American economist who worked for Clinton and Obama administration. So this guy, Larry Summers, not Joe Biden. Larry Vysotsky. He was Jeffrey Epstein's chief pilot, have flown billionaire around the world for the past 20 years. You know what's up. Laura Wasserman, wife of Casey Wasserman. Lawrence Krauss, American-Canadian theoretical physicist, cosmologist. And we may have to pull up this YouTube video on something that Cosby said a little later from one of my sources. Linda Pinto, wife to husband Alberto Pinto, interior designer. Lisa Summers, a.k.a. Elisa New, married to Lawrence Summers. A lot of husbands and wives here. Lynn Forster D. Rothschild, American-British-born businesswoman, chief executive of E.L. Rothschild. Well, you already know what's up with that. Madonna Ciccone, a.k.a. Madonna Ciccone. I didn't know that. Well, yeah, you already fucking know. You already fucking know what all this. She makes no bones about that. Yeah, her and Beyonce have been doing some similar shit. Mandy Ellison, aka Amanda Ellison, Jojolean Corp, was officially founded by Epstein and Amanda Ellison. Her and her husband are now real estate agents in Florida. Fuck. Damn. Mark Collins, rector. Again, all of these people are on the flight manifest. American businessman, convicted sex offender known for founding digital entertainment network. Why do they all look? They got that look. Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, who's an American author, psychotherapist who integrates Buddhist teachings with Sigmund Freud's approach to trauma. Guess you would want to have that on standby. You know, after you mess with the kids, be like, hey, you know, it's okay. You know, try this out. Mark Lloyd, Seth Lloyd, professor of mechanical engineering, physics, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, failed to inform MIT that Epstein made donations. Marshall Mathers, yeah, okay. I could believe that. Yeah, well, so these Twitter threads be lit. MK Ultra, Tom Hanks, who, funny enough, Tom Hanks has recently become a Greek citizen. So take that for whatever you will. Curious he would become a Greek citizen with all this shit going down. Melinda Luntz, don't know who that is. That's a man? That's a woman? Hold on. Flew once, wife of Charles Stephen Dunker. Oh, wife of this guy. Okay. Meryl Streep, can believe that. Remained silent with Harvey Weinstein accusations. I didn't know Meryl Streep responds to accusations, remained silent about Harvey Weinstein's alleged sexual misconduct for years. Responded to Rose McGowan's tweet about reported Golden Globes protests. And Rose McGowan named Meryl Streep specifically in those accusations. Michelle Wolf, she did the Correspondents' Dinner. Bestiality. Oh, maybe we won't click that on. What? Hold on. What? Wait. Michelle Wolf, a 30-year-old aspiring comedian from Hershey, has pleaded guilty to charges of bestiality. God damn. Hershey, but Dan Brolansky told Sun that several hundred images and videos of Miss Wolf engaging in illegal sexual intercourse with a number of male dogs was found on her hard drive. Brolansky said the police department was tipped off by the unnamed informant. Wolf graduated from Hershey High School in 2003 and the College of William and Mary 2007, where she majored in kinesiology. Wolf was sentenced to 12 months of probation and $1,100 fine. Fuck. That's gross. That's gross. Naomi Campbell, yeah. I'm telling you, every time you see this chick, some fucked up shit. Naomi Campbell's opens up about Jeffrey Epstein, says she's sickened by crimes. Bruh. There is a huge link between satanic ritual, abuse of children, and Satanism, right? And of course, the whole spirit cooking, mixing breast milk and blood. It's a whole thing. Natalie Blanchon, aka Miguel Blanco, 18 times. Okay, don't know who that is. Nicole Junkerman, private equity firm. Mossad agent, Epstein associates, nobody's talking about IDF, linked Bond girl and infiltrating UK NHS. Oliver Sacks, British neurologist. Epstein was apparently fixated on transhumanism, genetic engineering, and artificial intelligence with the help of from Sacks. So for a lot of people that don't know what transhumanism is, think of, and I hate to use him, but I mean, it's been going on for a while, but pretty much integrating man and machine together. So a good example of present day transhumanism is the idea of the Neuralink, putting some sort of mechanical machine-like implant in the brain of Elon Musk's Neuralink to increase the capacity of what humans can do. But I mean, when you start putting man-made things into the brain like that, the question is who really has control? Private jets and parties, eugenics, Jeffrey Epstein's bizarre world of scientists. Yeah, he knows a lot of scientists, engineers. I mean, who the fuck was this guy? And what do all these people have in common? Oprah Winfrey. She's an American folk show host, actress, television producer, blood ring thread. Unroll on the thread. Sex trafficking. Yep. John of God was once hyped by Oprah. Now he's accused of abusing hundreds of women. Cult leader ran a child sex slave farm. Yeah, Oprah. Yeah, there's some shit there. There's some shit there. Let's see here. Paula Halada. Don't know who that is. Paul Mellon, American philanthropist and owner and breeder of thoroughbred racehorses. Paula Epstein, aka Paul Hale Fisher, opera producer, and Epstein's former girlfriend who met him through Bear Stearns, which is, I believe, Epstein's company. I could be wrong. Bear Stearns? Or is that Dershowitz? I don't know. A high society that surrounded Jeffrey Epstein. Close study of the context of Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book and flight logs. Peter Marino, architect. Lots of designers. You're seeing a trend here. Pharrell, musicians, politicians, designers, interior decorators, heads of state, corporate people. List goes on. Pharrell, I'm not surprised, works with artist known as Marina Abramovic. Listen to this, right? So we know Marina Abramovic. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to make this about her, but I'm trying to tell y'all, this chick is in her 80s or late 70s. I've never seen a white woman in her 80s or late 70s look the way Abramovic looks. She doesn't age. Pharrell's not aged. Well, he actually aged a little bit recent years. He is not aged. Abramovic, Jared Leto. I mean, come on, man. There's something going on, man. Something's going on. All right, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, we know what's up with that. Quentin Tarantino defends Polanski in resurface interview. 13-year-old girl wanted to have it. Okay. Yeah, Roman Polanski. We already know Quentin. Ralph Ellison, pharmaceutical executive, sells North Bay Road home for $13 million. Ray Barzana, don't know who that is, but he rode 7 times. Ricardo Legoreto, Mexican architect, eavesdrops. Here are all architects and designers. Yeah, there's that theme. Not Iron Man. Not Iron Man. Now, see, if I saw fucking Captain America, I lose all faith. Robert Downey Jr. is an American actor and producer and singer. I didn't know he sang. Robert Downey Jr. blows the whistle on Pedal Ring. The whistle on elite pedophilia actor names powerful elites connected to Global Pedophilia Network movie star. Robert Downey Jr. has made a shocking revelation, lifted lid on major Hollywood pedophile ring that connects power. So he said he blew the whistle. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The whole idea of what a whistleblower is someone that's involved in it, that has a conscience and tells the truth. So, I mean, it's good he's blowing the whistle, but he was on the flight. So take that. Rodney Slater, Secretary of Transportation in the U.S. Bill was taking the whole crew to this island. Yeah, New York's elite. They were all going to this island. Ron Burkle, son of billionaire investor. So just American businessman. Red Hot Chili Peppers plays at Memorial. Performs at Andrew Burkle's Memorial concert. Remember what we heard? The Red Hot Chili Peppers dude was in it. Sandy Berger, political consultant, served United National Security under Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton brought the crew. She's Epstein's former assistant who allegedly kept young girls recruit for her employer. She's now married to NASCAR driver Brian Vickers and goes by the name Sarah Kensington. Fuck. When prosecutor gave Jeffrey Epstein a sweetheart plea deal in 2007, remember the MPA, they agreed not to charge 4 women allegedly involved in recruiting dozens of underage girls for abuse. And they're thinking those are the assistants. Seth Green. Now, this is interesting. That's Seth Green. Now, this guy is, what's his name? He was killed, right? Well, he had a car accident, but he had came out saying that there's a child pedophile ring. He named Tom Hanks. He said straight up, Tom Hanks is in the shit. And he ended up dead. But Seth Green, yeah, they were saying that he was in it. Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z. What am I saying? I say it over again. Every time you see this woman, be wary. Be wary. Okay? Sean Carter, Jay-Z was on it. Shelley Harrison, a.k.a. Shelley Lewis, author of Naked Republicans and Used Media Executives for Decades, 20 times. Sophia Biddy, 20-year experience in health and wellness industry, flew 11 times. Stephanie Germanato, a.k.a. Lady Gaga. What am I saying? Again, spirit cooking. Spirit cooking. Spirit cooking. Anytime you see this lady, you're seeing a thread here, right? The Abramovic method practiced by Lady Gaga. She's always been weird. We just didn't know what the fuck that was. But now that we're having our eyes are open and we're seeing this whole Satanist occult type of understanding of what's going on, it's all starting to make sense. But back then we didn't know about it mainstream. Stephen Collins. Oh yeah, this guy. The dude from the dad from Seventh Heaven. This was some fucked up shit. Amidst the sexual experience with underage girls. And yeah, he's a convicted child molester. Convicted. Yeah, this guy, his actions haunted him. Yeah. Everybody, this was one of the most wholesome dads on Seventh Heaven when that show came out, man. Stephen Colbert, not to American comedian on television host mocking eating babies video. Yeah, we know. Steven Spielberg. Okay, that's the guy's name. Isaac Cappy. Isaac Cappy is this guy. Isaac Cappy, right? He had been talking about the child pedophile rings, said they were going to kill him. Somehow, he ended up having an accident. I don't think he died too long ago, actually. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks accused of pedophilia. Steven Spielberg. Steven Tyler. Not surprised. Convinced the parents of 14-year-old groupie Julia Holcomb to sign over a guardianship to him so she could live with him in Boston. Nigga, what? 14-year-old girlfriend at 27 convinced parents of 14-year-old groupie Julie Holcomb to sign over guardianship to him so that she could live with him in Boston when he was 27. Yeah, he bought her. He bought her. Yeah. Svetlana Gryzonova. Epstein's jet was often filled with young women, including Lithuanian model. Photos of Jeffrey Epstein with alleged teen victim. She not yet realized he had a predatory plan for her. Teal Davis. Tiffany Gramza, Massage, California. She flew 16 times. Tom Hanks, here it goes. Oprah. He's an American actor and filmmaker. 13-year-old girl claims he bought her for sex. Isaac Cappy death. Yep. Historic Route 66 roadkill. I hope not. Hanks. He has a really weird Instagram and Twitter where he posts like these gloves of like mismatched stuff. It's really weird. Tom Pritzker, American billionaire, heir, and business and philanthropist, became one of the wealthiest families of the planet with combined net worth of $33.5 billion. 25 richest families. Again, I'll say this again. Jeffrey Epstein, what does he have in common with Bill Clinton, Chris Tucker, Robert Downey Jr., all these corporate heads, these designers? What is Jeffrey Epstein? Was he such a great guy that everybody wanted to be his friend? Or was he providing a service with Jojolean Maxwell on his private island where there was one way off and one way on? You got to wonder. Tyler Gresham. Wait. Hold on. Oh, Hollywood agent for actors. I'm like, to get off of Stranger Things? I'm like, no. Sexual assault allegations against kid actors. Hollywood agent investigated for sexual assault of teenage actor, filmmaker, former actor Blaise Gottlieb Limpa says agent Tyler Gresham sexually assaulted him when he was in his late teens. Victor Salva, American filmmaker, convicted sex offender. That guy, I guess. Virginia Roberts. Okay. So it all comes here. Remember this court? Okay, so hold on. Go back. Hold on. Let's go. Okay. So remember, the court case that we're doing this whole series on is on Giuffre and Maxwell. Now, who's Giuffre? Virginia L. Giuffre, which is Virginia L. Roberts. That's the name that she goes by. So she's saying this is where all this shit is coming from. She's saying she was trafficked as a child, underage, and sold to a lot of different people. So that's what she's saying. She is listed on the flight manifest. All these people that we've gone through are on the flight manifest. So it just further confirms what she's saying is true. American advocate for justice for sex trafficking. Who is Virginia Roberts Giuffre, and what allegations has she made against Prince Andrew Epstein and his friends? Virginia Giuffre claims that she was only 17 when she was used as a sex slave by disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, and claims she had sex with Prince Andrew in a toilet or bathroom. Wow. There's Miss Maxwell. It's all tying together. Wanda Sykes. From Victoria's Secret to Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein's connections have been derailing careers of billionaires, royals, and the like. Here's a full list. Wanda Sykes, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Ferrell. Okay, American actor, comedian, producer, businessman, child sex trafficking parody. You know, a lot of these people make fun of all these different things in plain sight, as if people would just never find out and they never know. Yeah, I agree, Angie. I agree. They should. Yeah, fly guy. Yeah, I know. And again, if you guys missed the first half, I went over the brief complaint in detail. So if you guys want to catch that on the restream. But now I'm going over the flight manifest, which again, all I'm doing is going over this, but just in another way with photos, so you can actually see who these people are. But yeah, there's some names like this one. Where's the one? Had Bill Clinton, boom, right? And then we saw Bill Clinton was on this list. So same information, just in a different form that's easier for digestion. Now this hurts me. Will Smith is an American actor, rapper. Orlando Brown accused him of rape. He loves making out with son. I don't know if he makes out with his son, but maybe a father kisses his son. I mean, it's not okay. I can't make any excuses for anybody. Fact is, dude was on the plane, or the allegation is he was on the plane. Now, with everything that happened with Will and Jada over the past couple weeks, we all felt bad for Will, and we're like, man, why would Jada do some shit like this? And just seemed like she wasn't impacted by it, like she wasn't, it wasn't any big deal. I'm like, why would Will allow her to do some shit? Or, why would that even be a thing? There were rumors they had an open marriage and all that other stuff. But if this is true, and he is on the plane, flight manifest, which says, I can understand why she is like, why are you tripping over me fucking August? Bro, you're doing stuff way worse than what I'm doing. So that would kind of explain her demeanor, her posture during that red table talk. Because if it ever comes out that other than just this document that's saying he was on the island, took a flight to the island and on the plane, bruh, everybody's getting destroyed. Everyone. And, they're into the occult, Illuminati shit. Woody Allen, we fucking know Woody Allen. This was the most hot, under the rug shit. This dude married his adopted daughter. So that's her when she was a kid. Well, shit. And it's her, she older. He married his adopted daughter a long time ago. And she was, I don't even need to say it, guys. I don't even need to say it. There's some grooming that went on there. There's some grooming. Chris Wagner. He flew 15 times from February to April 19. Wait, what? Hold on. He flew 15 times in the same year. Damn, Chris. Greg flew one time. And then, so maybe I can find a way to blow this up. There's a lot of names. Maxwell links a lot of people. A lot of people. Abramovic chick. Fucking Kim K. What did I tell y'all, man? Every time you see her, it's bad news. Is what has to be the clear sign of Kanye's Illuminati ties, his satanic symbols. Yeah. Kanye. And here's a crazy thing about this. So, wait, are we saying Kim was on the flight? Are we saying Kim was on the flight? Oh, well, yeah, we knew that with Bill Gates. We'll get to Bill. Kanye looks like they fucking... Okay, so here... I don't want to go on a tangent, so I won't. Told you, this bitch is bad news, okay? And anyone that associates with them is bad news. So, again, Kanye, Kim, there is a link between satanic ritual abuse, child sex trafficking, human trafficking, rituals, all that stuff, right? Do your own research on that. This is not the video for this. I may have to do a video about Kanye because, like I said, Kanye's trying to get out the shit, and I don't know if he'll make it out alive. And like I said, this is a witch right here. Y'all looking at a witch. A lot of people have said that the Kardashians are witches, like a coven of witches. I would not be surprised. This is some get out shit right here. All right. Dershowitz, blah, blah, blah. Also interesting among countless blank entries. In 2013, Bill Gates stands out as a huge letters as if it were meant to be seen. Bill Gates. Not surprised. Andrew Cuomo. Wow. Michael Bloomberg, Andrew Cuomo, Henry Kissinger, Jimmy Buffett. Fuck. Well, okay. So that was the list. I'm going to leave a link in the description for all of you for this. Remember, we're being very transparent. So I'm going to leave a link for this, and I'm going to leave a link for this so you guys can read for yourself. Like I said, I'll be breaking all of these. We'll be going through these series. This will be a series called The Make It Make Sense. This is just the intro. A very long intro. I apologize. But if you're just trying to get a good understanding and get a good idea of who's involved, this is it. But there's going to be even more names and even more details as we go into these documents and look at these photos and these exhibits. There's a lot of stuff here. So I will be breaking this down. I'll probably do this depending on how long these videos. I don't want these videos to be too long. So I may do some pre-records and I'll make them about 15 minutes. Or I may just do streams like this and you just literally leave the stream on in the background while you're in the car or somewhere and just listen to it. And go through a whole bunch as much as I can. I'll figure out which format I want to do. But yeah, we got a lot to discuss. Again, I'll be trying to find any lawyers, paralegals, law students, as well as victims of sexual abuse to give us their takes on this. Obviously, all identities will be kept secret, and we'll go through that. And yeah, so this was the intro to the Jojolean, Maxwell, and Giuffre case that the documents got released on Thursday, July 30th. And we're breaking them down to see what's in it, see who's involved, and just seeing how something like this could happen under our nose. This is supposed to be America. But as we've read, as we see, the way Angie put it right, so much evil in this world, a lot of satanic imagery, clues hidden in plain sight. Hope people are waking up on how vast all this is. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. She put it better than I could. There's a lot at play here, right? You know, like I said, this is 2020. And even prior to this, a lot of people were waking up. Information's becoming clear. There is an agenda, right? There's things going on. Children are being abused. People are being abused by the same people that run our country, run our world. Best thing we can do is stay prayed up and not be like these people. Okay? So this is Real Talk, Real People. I'll be trying to do these. Maybe I'll do these exposés. If I do a stream, it'll either be Wednesday. I'll put up a schedule. Don't worry about it. Don't forget to follow Real Talk, Real People on Facebook. Find us on Facebook, Real Talk, Real People. We are on Instagram as RTRP Forever. If you have any information you want to send to us, you can send that to rtrpforever@gmail.com. Any resources, anything, just any comments, feel free to comment on the YouTube video and the Facebook stream, and we'll go from there. I appreciate all of you. This was only supposed to take an hour, and it's over 2 hours. But again, long intro. The other videos will be much shorter, much more condensed and straight to the point. Thank you all. Real talk, real people. As always, keep it real and be real. I'm out.